May I come?
Come, Akash.
No, sir.
Namaskar. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Akash, I can see that you have a very impressive biodata.
Thank you, sir.
It's quite a creditable performance by you in the sense that you finished from this prestigious institute, the IIT Kanpur in 2022.
2024, sir.
2024, computer engineering.
Yes, sir.
And you qualified in the very first attempt. What happened? You were in the reserve list.
Yes, sir.
And that reserve list never moved.
No, sir. The reserve list, so I will get a service. I am waiting for the service allocation.
Acha. That's why you have answered my second question. That's why you have only opted for about 6 services.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you, in a reserve list, you are certain of getting a service.
So based on the past year's prediction, I believe I will get IRMS. So that's why I have opted.
Indian Railway Management Service. That's a very good service.
Yes, sir.
It has been covered in the reserve list.
Yes, sir.
You are lucky if you get that. That's a very good service. So should the Railway Management Service be one single service?
Sir, I think we have back to the original way of having the Indian Railway Traffic Service, Indian Railway Personnel Service. Sir, so I believe that there should be some segregation because we need specialized people also that can handle the technical aspect also. And also, sir, there was a lot of resistance.
At what level should this segregation be unified into one vertical, one line?
Sir, I think we can have, say, IRMS as a unified cadre, and in between we can have, say, everybody can allot, say, someone can take traffic, someone can take signal, based on their preference or like choices.
And your father is a lawyer?
Yes, sir.
But you are not interested in the legal profession. It's a very good profession.
Sir, I have an interest in legal profession, but sir, I felt that like I went to Kota. So based on my more interest towards maths and science, my father preferred that whatever his interest is, he should allow to go in that direction.
Okay, good, good. But why are you a bit averse to Rajasthan as a home state?
Sir, not averse, sir. Like as per the DAF rules, I had an option to select the state where I have I have done my education. So that's why I opted for Rajasthan as a home cadre.
Achha. You've done your basic education in Rajasthan.
So like sir, from class 8 I was in Kota, so more than 5 years. Most of my formative.
Kota would mean what? Coaching institutes or a regular school?
So both. It was a hybrid model. So we used to also go to the school, but at the same time we had a
What is your views? The coaching institutes are coming in for a lot of scrutiny. In fact, the government has set up a 10-member expert committee to look into the coaching centers. Now, since you have done so many years in right from the schooling level, my question is in 2 parts. Overall, what do you feel of this as to why is there a need for a coaching center? And second is as to whether it should start from such a level as say class 8, class 9.
Sir, so for the first part, I believe, sir, the coaching need is, rather than coaching need, what we need is that as we have a very hyper competitive exams environment and the seats are scarce. So what we require is a guidance, proper resource and an ecosystem. So coaching sort of provides that, but now that we are in the age of AI, we have online education availability, and even schools are trying to provide ecosystem to it. So sir, I believe that coaching need has reduced because now we have various resources that can provide such kind of need.
So do you agree with the statement that need for a coaching institute also reflects on the quality of education in the regular line?
So that is one of the reasons that we need a coaching institute, but there are other reasons also. That suppose there is a divergence in what is being taught in the school and what is being asked in JEE. So like the class 12 syllabus.
So there should be a convergence.
Or sir, maybe like we could have 2 modules, like CBSE is trying with that, like there should be a basic module and an advanced module for 10th. So maybe in this manner we can reduce the divergence, because all these factors leads to the rise of coaching institute. But sir, rightfully the schools, we are also seeing that the standard of education.
Now come to the answer to our second question.
Sir, I believe even government has made a regulation that from quota. I think from 11th class only, the central government guideline mentioned that only after 11th class the student should be enrolled. But the new Rajasthan Act was Coaching Act was provided. It missed that provisions. Sir, so I believe during my time, sir, I came from a rural background. So for me, quota was an opportunity quota for the opportunity to say aim for a higher goal. The resources access for me was limited at that time. So sir, I opted for that. But right now I believe, sir, there is no need to start from class 10th, because for holistic growth, I think we require everything, say sports, cultural activities and academics also.
Absolutely, you've hit the nail on the head by using the word holistic.
Yes, sir.
Now let's come on to some other issues. You see, we are giving, I don't want to call them freebies, but we are giving funds in various ways to various sections of the people.
Yes, sir.
Should we not now subsume all this into what was much debated about universal basic income?
Yes. Sir, so there are both sides to this argument. The one side of universal basic income is that if we have, say, targeted in universal basic income, then it will ensure the leakage is reduced, and also the administrative ease is done in that manner. But sir, the counter argument is that it can promote, say, inflation also. And sir, secondly,
promote inflation in what way?
So because then a lot of people will have cash, so the
in fact, the weakness of our economy is lower consumption spending. In fact, government, the measures which it is taking is to increase consumption spending.
Yes, sir. The GST reforms.
The consumption spending will give a boost to the growth of the economy.
So, but then the concerns are that government also need to.
Inflation is something which government can control through many other ways.
Yes, sir.
See, one should not be concerned about inflation when one is talking about universal basic income for a targeted group.
Yes, sir. So then the other major concerns are that government also needs to invest in, say, social institutions such as education, healthcare, and also, say, targeted groups such as, say, tribals. They have the specific needs, say, anemia, vulnerability. So sir, for that government needs to have targeted intervention for community specific.
So like you did hybrid, can we not also have a hybrid?
Yes sir, I believe that in long term, especially with the rise of AI and the lot of AI will impact a lot of jobs. In long run, I believe, sir, globally also we will see some kind of universal basic income model in longer run, sir.
No, but what is your view now? Last.
Yes, sir.
You have very well analyzed it for me. Now, what is your final view on this issue? What is your view?
Sir, so I believe there can be a basic universal basic income. In fact, we are trying in agriculture also by direct income support. But sir, beyond that, government should also focus on the targeted intervention and social infrastructure.
That target has to be there.
Yes, sir.
And that obligation is not substituted by the UBI.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now my second question to you is, we talk a lot about our rich diversity.
Yes, sir.
I mean, wherever we talk about our country, one of the positives which we say is our rich diversity. Is diversity a strength or a challenge?
Sir, I believe diversity is strength, especially for India, because sir, we have a cultural heritage whereby syncretism is in part of our culture. Then secondly, sir, with diversity, we can learn from each other best practices.
Don't you think, unfortunately, but a harsh reality, Akash, that regionalism is increasing in India rather than there being a congruence? First of all, do you agree with this statement? And then how do we counter it?
Sir, yes, definitely we are seeing instances where regionalism is on the rise. Say the movement, say in Tamil Nadu, there has been a lot of calls. In Maharashtra, in Karnataka. Sir, I believe one of the reasons is definitely the diversity. But sir, more than that, it is about embracing the diversity of each other. That is the concern. And the second concern is of relative deprivation, where the persons feel that.
Go ahead, please.
So where a person feel that some culture is getting ahead, or maybe their own culture is, say, there is erosion of culture, or maybe they are lacking behind.
So there is no challenges to diversity. It's only a strength.
So no, sir, definitely.
Should I tell you one which is a very major challenge? Language.
Yes.
I was hoping that you will mention that issue.
Yes, sir. Definitely, sir, diversity has challenges such as language. But, sir, I believe our Honorable Prime Minister also said that language should be a bridge to understand about different cultures. Sir, so like language is something that, suppose say I am traveling to Bangalore, then I believe I should make a little effort to sort of learn a language, because that way I can maybe integrate with the culture, understand its nuances, and also government can say.
Thank you, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
Akash, you've done computer science.
Yes, sir.
And your interest lies in AI.
Yes, sir.
You could have made a very good career out of artificial intelligence, which is the flavor of the decade, if not year.
Yes, sir.
Why did you choose to abjure on it all and go for civil services?
Sir, I in fact work in a software firm on AI product development. And also I enjoyed that during my time, sir. But I believe that my role was quite narrow, and I was not able to see the direct impact of what my contribution were. And sir, I believe in civil services, I will be able to say work on say AI policy, from the policy formulation to even at the local administrative grassroots level impact I can see of my product.
All right, let's talk about AI in civil services.
Yes, sir.
And governance.
Yes.
What role do you envisage for AI? How are the persistent problems of Indian governance going to be resolved by using AI?
So AI will revolutionize the governance. So firstly, say in the service delivery, sir, AI will ensure that we can provide personalized service delivery to everyone. We can address the grievances that individual has using say AI chatbot. Then secondly, sir, in various sectors such as education, health, say we can use AI to analyze the data, to identify the gaps in learning outcomes. And for every children, we can provide personalized support. Similarly, sir, in healthcare also AI can play a crucial role. And so thirdly, sir, civil services, we need policy making. So AI can analyze the data in proper manner. We can have a proper modeling of the data. So sir, it will ensure evidence-based policy making in the longer run, sir.
What are the disadvantages?
So the major disadvantage of AI is, firstly, sir, the data can be biased. So sir, the AI reflects that kind of bias. For example, say in Amazon, sir, we saw that there was a bias against hiring the female. That is one concern, sir. Secondly, sir, AI sometimes is too much objective. It lacks the compassion angle. Say some documentation is missing, then we cannot deny a worthy candidate of say the welfare service that she or she deserves. Then, sir, thirdly, sir, AI, there should always be a human in the loop. And also, sir, the AI skilling of the bureaucrats and the training is also something that we need to work upon.
I think you're missing a lot of them.
Another
What about social media? How AI is sort of becoming a bane.
Yes. So
in social media, influencers are being generated, false impressions are being created.
Yes.
Chinese can claim that their planes were better than Rafale using AI and all that. So shouldn't you mention that?
So I sort of mentioned the AI say concerns in administration. So broadly, we have the concerns of, say, as you mentioned, deepfakes or misuse of AI by the people. Then employment also, sir, like IMF predict that 40% of the job will be impacted by AI. Then also, sir, we are seeing that in longer term, AI may achieve singularity or say maybe overcome human intelligence. So that could also be a concern in the longer run.
How would it affect Indian economy? You talked about governance.
Yes.
Now let's talk about economy.
So I believe, sir, it would have a positive impact. In fact, Niti Aayog believe that it will add $1 trillion in a decade. Sir, the reasons given are productivity gains, sir, that it will improve the productivity. Then secondly, sir, it will promote the rise of GCC in India. If India is able to capitalize on AI revolution and is able to skill and reskill its employee, then it will create employment job opportunities for our people, sir. However, sir, the concern remains that if we are not able to reskill and upskill our employees, not able to build our whole foundational stack of AI, then we may lag behind.
What about cyber coolies? What about labor intensive industries? You haven't mentioned them.
Sir, I believe, sir, labor intensive industries in a short term may not be significantly impacted by AI, because like robotics and all, they would still be cost intensive. But sir, in longer run, definitely if we have able to integrate, say, AI in a robot, then it can, say, impact labor intensive sector also, sir.
Okay, let's move on to mathematics.
Yes,
That is your subject. Quantum calculations.
Yes, yes, sir.
Quantum computing to be precise. What have we done in last 3 years in quantum computing in India?
So we have launched a national quantum computing mission to promote quantum development. We also have Center of Excellence whereby they are working on the quantum research. So various IITs have been assigned as a Center of Excellence.
Any achievements lately?
Specifically, sir, Indian
Quantum computing?
across globe, or sir, from India's perspective?
Yes, an Indian perspective is what we are talking about.
Sorry, sir, then I need to read about like specific Indian achievement.
Only last week there was something claimed. Please go and look at it.
Yes, sir. I will definitely go.
Okay. Now, mathematics wise, let's go and delve into history.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me names of 3 Indian mathematicians you think deserve to be mentioned for their contribution?
So India has a rich history of mathematicians, sir. So the firstly would be the Brahmagupta, who is credited for the say the discovery of zero.
Which century?
Sir, I need to read about exactly
Okay.
the century.
Second,
Sir, Aryabhatta, he has also made a significant contribution in geometry and other stuff.
precisely what?
Sir, I think ellipse calculation, and also solar eclipse.
Anyway,
Then sir, third is Bodhayan, who is credited for the original discoverer of the Pythagoras theorem. Then we have Sir Pingala and other very rich histories.
okay. What precisely did you do as an intern?
So I worked on a product development of AI-based Gaia project, which is an enterprise assistant. So it is similar to a ChatGPT, but it is trained on the enterprise data, and it gives an answer to the query that anybody can ask.
Right. India seemed to have launched ambitious program to skill our workforce in AI. Can you detail some of it?
Sir, so some of the schemes that I can remember is, firstly, sir, the Future Skill Portal of Niti Aayog. It provides AI skilling courses and opportunities. So then there are PM internship schemes, sir. They are not directly focused on AI, sir, but I believe internship at a top company will give an AI exposure.
There is a centralized program.
There is an India AI mission, sir.
mission.
So
yes.
that is also focusing on skilling, but it is an overall ecosystem building of AI, sir.
Right. How would AI impact the employment issue in India? We are revisiting it.
Yes, sir.
But what are the positive side of AI in skilling Indians?
So the positive sides would be, so definitely there would be a productivity gains, because if AI is able to do the monotonous job that you can, and it can provide you data and insights in an efficient manner. Then secondly, sir, AI will impact our education. So if we are able to leverage AI and provide personalized education, then sir, we will see the education outcomes improve, and then that will benefit our long-term job and employment abilities. Then sir, thirdly, if we are able to leverage AI skills, if we are able to teach AI literacy at say school level and AI skill at a university level, then we would be able to leverage the jobs opportunities created by AI, like AI security, AI labeling jobs, that we will see the rise of new jobs.
Are we likely to miss the AI revolution like we have missed other revolutions?
Sir,
I mean,
no,
the Chinese sort of surprised Americans by having their own what do you
yes, sir.
call it?
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek
Yes, sir.
and so on. Why were we not there? And we are supposed to have it by end of this year, but we are into last month.
Yes, sir. So we can be a little behind, sir, but India has strategically invested in AI, sir. So we don't want to miss this revolution, sir. So we have, as you mentioned, sir, India AI mission is properly there. And sir, like in West, sir, a lot of private invest in China. Private companies are investing in foundational models. In India, sir, private companies are right now reluctant to invest in foundational model. So government has invested in foundational model. Then government is also providing cloud-based GPU services at the subsidized cost, so that a lot of AI startup can use that GPUs to train their model and build AI products. So, sir, India is definitely want to work on that, sir, and build.
Would you like to talk about the second AI summit that we are to host next year?
Yes, sir.
What about that?
Sir, I think it would be the continuation above the first AI summit, whereby our Honorable Prime Minister will mention that AI should be inclusive, it should be open source, and there should be no biases. And he would try to bring the consensus around AI governance guidelines across the globe.
Are you in favor of global guidelines, regulatory mechanism, standardization of AI?
Sir, I do believe, sir, we would need a global guidelines of AI, sir, because, sir, in long term, we need to ensure that say if the AI, there is a lot of development in AI, then we need to have safety mechanism across globe, sir. And sir, AI, if integrated in defense, then, sir, we need to have some kind of accountability checks to that. So the guidelines should be such that it does not hinder the future development of AI, but at the same time, it ensures that there is like safety mechanisms in check, and also it is inclusive in nature. Like the few giants should not say capture the whole AI profits. It should be accessible to say global south also, and across all the countries should get the.
That's a good aspiration to have.
Yes.
But NVIDIA, which has GDP of India in terms of its turnover,
Yes, sir.
you think they are going to be agreeable to those kind of regulations with the United States government already set against any international regulatory regime on AI?
Yes. So, and that's why, sir, the summit will provide us a multilateral forum, so that if a lot of countries come together and they pressurize, then that only, sir, then only, sir, there is some hope that we could everybody could arrive to consensus about the guidelines, so global guidelines.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Have you been going through this PIB notes? They are the sources of authentic information, Press Information Bureau. What is the relationship between GDP and GVA, gross value addition? What is the formula for that?
So in gross value added, we add the direct taxes, and that gives us the GDPs.
You add direct taxes, but you reduce the subsidies. That gives the
yes.
GDP, right?
Yes, sir.
Now this GVA is from the supply side or from the demand side?
So I think there are various mechanisms to measure GVA. There is an income method, there is an expenditure
That
method.
is GDP. GVA is from the supplies, supply side. How much you add value?
Yes, gross value
And
added.
GDP is from the demand side. Okay. Okay. We proceed further. Have you seen agricultural fields? You have seen a village in your life?
Yes, I have. I stay in like sort of taluka, but it's a rural dominated region, sir.
Okay. What are the rabi crops?
The rabi crops are the crops that are sown in winter season. For example, we have wheat is a very prominent rabi crop grown up in India.
Okay, good. Now, this latest report, there's so much hype about, actually we are happy, 8.2 is for the second quarter GDP growth rate. Is it in real terms or nominal terms?
So I need to check that, sir.
It's in real terms, nominal terms would. Okay, now how much is for the agriculture growth rate in this second quarter?
Sir, exact I don't know, but agriculture has done remarkably well due to monsoon and rise in rural demand.
What do you mean remarkably well? What percentage?
Sir, exact, sir, I need to read.
It's not done so well, it's 3.5% only. So, if you, with your engineering background, if you have to apply your knowledge for the betterment of agriculture, what would you do? Just raise the MSP and problems are solved? Or what else you would do?
No, sir, I believe, sir, we need to address the structural challenges in
Very good. What are the structural challenges?
Sir, first is the input challenges, like water use efficiency should be ensured. Then the crop diversification, that the crop should be grown as per the agroclimatic conditions.
Main is the water levels have gone down.
Yes, sir.
So capex has to be spent on the canals going there.
Canal water
When it
storage.
rises, then automatically many things go. I'm very happy that you have optioned, you have taken maths as your optional, because many people drop it. So I'm personally happy, but then, therefore I take a question from you. Can you just note down this question, please? Yes, just note down, please. Sorry, verbally it may not have been fair to you. Note down an equation, x plus x times, this is equal to x square. Am I right? Just check it, what I'm saying is correct, factually correct.
Yes, sir.
It is equal to x square. There's no denial of that fact. Now, both sides of the equation,
Yes, sir.
you differentiate with respect to x.
Yes, sir.
So what do you get?
So on the right side we get x, on the left side we get x, on the right side we get 2x.
Yes, why is that kind of strange situation coming?
So there is this term by term differentiation and
Pardon?
There is a difference between a term by term differentiation and the whole sum differentiation.
You're a maths man. What is the definition of differentiation?
So the slope, or say the slope at a particular point.
dy by
Gradient.
dx,
Yes, sir.
delta x. Delta x moves towards 0.
Yes,
So
sir.
here x can't move towards 0, it's a natural number. Therefore, that is the fallacy which is coming. You understood now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, but you attempted well. Okay. Now, I quickly move on to your father is from the law profession.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is the problem which is occurring between Venezuela and USA? What is happening actually?
So like the US President Mr. Trump has alleged that the Venezuela is promoting drugs cartel and people in the USA, and sir, maybe he also want a regime change in Venezuela. So that has been the
He
concept.
has got bombarded the vessel, not vessel really, boats which were carrying drugs, so-called
Yes,
drugs. Nobody can see what
Yes,
they are carrying. He got them bombarded and 2 chaps remained unkilled. So he again said, you kill them also. Is it correct?
Sir, no, sir. I believe, sir, this is also violation of the global norms, and also like it is not.
But they are also doing violation of the norms. They are giving them drugs. Children are taking drugs in USA. So what wrong President Trump has done?
Sir, I believe there are different mechanisms to prevent the drug coming from USA. Like we can have border checkpost, and we can have marine patrolling. Sir, in this manner, sir, I believe.
What it does is this thing. But in India, what is the position? Can we kill them? And so theoretically, there's a full truck of drugs, and the police ask him to stop. He doesn't stop.
Yes, sir.
What can maximum police do? Fire where? At the man or where?
So maybe like to stop his vehicle or stop his
Yes,
boat.
maximum they can
Stop
stop, hit at the tires to deflate him. You can't put a person to justice even before he has been put to a trial. My second last question to you, rather last question to you, second last, what are the macroeconomic variables? Macroeconomic variables.
So like GDP, inflation rate, repo rate.
Repo rate is not a macroeconomic variable. It's done by the Reserve Bank of India. How it's a macro? First two are correct. Inflation rate very important.
Yes, sir.
GDP very important. What about the unemployment?
Yes, sir. Unemployment rate, labor force participation.
So do you think India is moving on the right lines with the agriculture? Agriculture contributes how much to the GDP of the country?
18% around.
Well, it's less than that, I'm not getting, but it's quite low. And how much percentage of population is attached to that?
Around 50% or something.
So that is the disparity. You have to do something about that. What would you do for the agriculture sector?
Sir, for agriculture sector,
For
we
the
can-
rural sector? Yes.
So we can have agro-food processing industry. So basically, we have to build a manufacturing sector to create more
Exactly,
jobs.
food processing. Huh?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, what is this PM Garib Kalyan Yojana?
Sir, in this scheme, the government is providing 5 kg free food gain using the NFSA guidelines or act.
Very good. Food security.
Yes.
Just attached to the last, this is my last question. This PM Fasal Bima Yojana, they have attached 2 new situations which will cover that.
Yes, sir.
The other day, Honorable Agriculture Minister of India was there. So, which are these situations which will cover the PM Fasal Bima Yojana? Okay, one I'll give you. If the
Pest, wild animal.
wild animals come, you're very. What is the second one?
I knew only the first one, sir.
Only first one.
I need to read about it.
It's the water logging. Okay, water also comes. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
Just wait outside for a minute. We'll call you and we'll give our feedback to you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.